Hey, Bart.
Wow, look at this. Here we are.
Here we are.
Graham, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you doing, Bart?
Yeah, good. I can't complain. Extremely exciting moment. Um, Extremely exciting. Like this is a milestone that we've been working towards for the past 6 months. Whenever we announced it, obviously the testnet is not the mainnet yet, but we're nearing there step by step. So I'm very excited for what you're going to show us today, the demo, a little bit about the development itself, how to move forward from here, some teaser of the Block Explorer, and lots more. Yeah, very excited to dive into this AMA. And we can officially announce that the testnet is live. The testnet of the EstateX RWA blockchain is live, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be doing over the next couple of months a lot of testing. So you will see a lot of movement on the chain. So we're working with the partners that we are onboarding. We're working with ourselves internally. We're obviously going to integrate the community validators and much more. So a lot to discuss, a lot to cover. So yeah, very excited for this. But first of all, Graham, how are you doing? Because it's been a hectic past few weeks. So how are you doing, and how excited are you at the moment?
Well, I'm doing well. So I'm very excited because the testnet's live. This is a major milestone, like you said, Bart, and we had this ready a while back, and we've kind of been testing it over these past few days, and everything's going well. Currently, right now, we officially activated the testnet. It was actually yesterday, so a little ahead of schedule, and we're currently coming up on block 10,000. So right now, we're sitting at 9,160. But this is very exciting. So I will give you guys kind of an idea as to what we have set up right now and how we're going to progress. So right now, currently, we have 12 different validator nodes running on the EstateX testnet, and those are geographically distributed. So we have the majority of them in the EU, but we also have 2 in North America, and we have 1 out of Japan in Asia. As the days and weeks progress here, we are going to be expanding our validator network into other regions. And like you said, Bart, we're also going to be getting community validators to help us with the testnet, right? So just to kind of give you a preface or an idea, we have validator nodes in Europe, and those validator nodes go by the monikers of London, Berlin, Amsterdam, Paris, Rome, Vienna, Madrid, and Warsaw. We also have Budapest too. And we have the 2 in North America go by the names of New York and Ottawa. And the 1 in Asia goes by the name of Tokyo, right? So we're going to be expanding into other regions, but those are the 3 main geographical regions the testnets are in. We'll probably stand up some we've been discussing in Southeast Asia, right? And also expanding our Asian presence a little, and also in the Middle East too. Maybe get some validator nodes going there. But that's kind of where we stand, Bart.
And like Graham, for the people that are, have not so much knowledge about how this works technically and in the back end, why spread all these validator nodes over different geographical areas? Like, what is the benefit of that?
Sure, absolutely. Well, the idea is to basically maintain redundancy and survivability in case areas of the internet go down, right? So right now, because the company is based out of Europe and the majority of our business is in Europe, we have the majority of the validators there. but we're going to be building out in North America very heavily. We're going to be building out in Asia and also the Middle East. So the way the consensus mechanism works right now on the testnet is we're basically using a POA, proof of authority, with a finality gadget that has been incorporated into the blockchain consensus algorithm. So for the finality gadget to function, we have to have 2/3 plus one validators running. Okay, so we can survive basically a little under a third of the network going down. So the idea is that we expand our presence in different geographical regions, and we also get community uh, validators to help us out here, right? Because we have community all over the world, they're in different regions, they can help support the testnet. So the reason why right now the testnet is a POA testnet instead of a POS testnet, because when mainnet goes live, it's going to be proof of stake, obviously, right? We want to fulfill the original ideology of the cryptocurrency movement, and we believe in full decentralization and permissionless infrastructure here. But we need a stable foundation to be able to test all our different RWA premises and ideas and the things we're developing in the background, right? And the best way to do that is on a very controlled network of proof of authority validators, right? So that's the reason we chose that. Right now, currently, we're developing mainnet. That's been in development. Right after we completed testnet a while back, we started on mainnet development, and that is currently progressing. You might see little remnants or tidbits if you interact with RPC codes on the testnet, and you might see a few things pop up which are probably more designed for mainnet. But anyway, that's the whole idea, Bart, behind spreading out our nodes and the geographical disparity and the spread of the nodes.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. All right, it's good to know for the people that don't have that knowledge. And in the next couple of weeks, so the a couple of house notes, so to say. So the next couple of weeks, we will work with a lot of our partners, a lot of the projects that we've signed on to cooperate on the blockchain. We'll work with them. We'll test out what functionality works, what functionality doesn't work. We'll also be launching a bug bounty campaign. No, we won't give tokens away in this, but we will incentivize a lot of technical, knowledgeable developers, people to be able to identify certain bugs or certain inefficiencies on the chain to make it better, because this is obviously the whole goal of the testnet, right? To obviously have that first step into the world, but also before we go to mainnet, optimize the chain in terms of speed, functionality, what does work, what does not work, bugs, hackability, that type of stuff, to make sure that everything is streamlined once we are live fully in Q4 with the mainnet, to be able to make this work for the institutions that we've signed, the billion-dollar institutions, to make sure that the projects, only selecting winner projects that we integrate within the ecosystem, that are going to launch on the RWA pad to raise funds, where we're going to be doing community building, all with obviously utilities to ESX. So lots of big things there upcoming, and obviously we're working with these guys to make sure that the functionality is optimized before it goes to mainnet. So it's a great testing phase at the moment. We're very happy that we can cross another big milestone of the roadmap, that we're following a very aggressive roadmap with the complete rollout, obviously, of the ecosystem, the first properties, the functionality such as the secondary marketplace, EstateX Pay, the blockchain, the white label technology, the institutions, projects that will be onboarding on there, and obviously with the revenue flow back to 20 to 35% of ESX. It's looking very exciting for the rest of the year. So very happy that we have another milestone in that. And Graham, for the technical savvy people, but also for the less technical savvy people, I see you've prepared something. I think the people are very interested to get a little bit in-depth insight about the technical things behind it, and I know that you've prepared a little bit of a demo to show to the people what's actually been happening and what's currently happening. So
Sure.
I'll let you take the floor and explain to the people and show what you want to show.
Absolutely. Well, let's show the testnet in operation. That's what we're all here for. That's what we want to see. So let's do it. So right now, what you're seeing on the screen is you're seeing a terminal that I have set up here, and we are going to be connecting to the London node. So let me connect to it. So you can then see from the prompt on the screen, right? It says a validator at ESX testnet node London. So we're connected to the London validator node now. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to call up the systemd service for the ESX validator node. Let's see if it's running. It is. So let's just do a little test here. Okay, so we see right now that the ESX testnet validator service is running on this node. So now let's pull up the logs and we can see the logs in real time at producing blocks. Okay, so what you're seeing right now is a live connection to the validator testnet node, London, and you can tell it is connected to 11 peers. Those are the other 11 validator nodes that I mentioned earlier. And you can tell that it is currently on block 9248. Now it will, okay, right now it's preparing its own block. So you see it prepare block 9249. And then you can see that after 11 blocks, it will then basically create another block on the test net. So this is basically showing the consensus mechanism in action. And you can also see the finality gadget in operation. If you look at the line right after the comma, after the hash, you'll see it says best at the very bottom of the screen, best number 9253. You'll see a hash, comma, and then it will say finalized number 9251, 9253. So the finalized block is always a few behind the current block, and that is because it takes some time to establish that finality. And the finality is there basically to prevent a reorganization of the blockchain after that height, right? So it basically preserves the state of the chain to eliminate forks and stuff like that from occurring. So we could connect to the Berlin node if we wanted to. Why don't I do that really fast?
Let's do it.
You want to connect to the Berlin node, or are you okay just looking at London? You want to do it?
Berlin, here we come.
Okay, let's do it.
Making a quick city trip at the moment.
That's right. Okay, so we're going to exit out of the London node, and we're going to connect to the Berlin node. So we're connecting. Now we just connected. You can see validator at ESX testnet-node-Berlin. So a completely different validator node. Let's call up the systemd service and see if it's running. Okay, you can see the service is active and running on the Berlin node. So let's pull up those transactional logs again, and we can see the Berlin node in operation. Okay, so right now you can see the logs. It's for the Berlin node, and it is also has 11 peers. And it is importing blocks from other peers, and pretty soon it will propose and create its own block. There we go. It just did it. Block height 9274. It just created its own block. So that is a summary of the ESX blockchain right now. I will show you guys too here how you guys can get real-time updates of the ESX testnet in operation without having to log into a node. So let me do that. So let me exit out of our Berlin node, and I'll go back to my standard terminal. Okay, you exit out of this. Okay, so what we can do is we can simply issue RPC commands to the London node, and the London node will respond with basically the current chain height and certain basically parameters that it will emit, right? Like the state root and the hash and all of the technical stuff that all our technical viewers will want to know. So let me enter in here the RPC command to get the current chain state. And for all interested parties out there, I or Bart can provide you with this command, so you can just bring up a terminal, and as long as you have curl installed, you can call this command. It's a curl command, and it will basically query the London node, and it'll tell you the current chain state. Now, if I hit this and it says too many connections, it's because we're doing a lot of testing in the back. We might have tried a couple times, but it will respond for us here. So let me hit this, and we'll send this command to the London node, and we'll get a response here. Okay, too many connections. We're just going to keep trying here. We'll eventually get through. Okay, there we go. We finally got through. Okay, so you can see our response here. And you can see the current number. It gives you the block height. It's in hex, right? So you'd have to convert hex to decimal, but it's 244C, which is probably going to be around 9,300 or something like that, right? Block height, but it will also tell you the hash of the parent and the current state root. So for all the technical viewers out there, Bart or I can provide you this command, and you can validate at any time at your leisure that the ESX testnet is operational and it is up and running. So that is the technical overview of the blockchain. Maybe we want to give them a little preview into the ESX testnet block explorer that's going to be coming live here very shortly.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I mean, I'm just, it's just because I'm not technical savvy that I'm just, it so amazes me, this whole code writing thing and developing this whole blockchain. It's very impressive to see, to be honest. I'm obviously, people are gonna say, yeah, that's because it's EstateX, you're biased, and I get that, but just in general, the gist of developing such a blockchain is seeing how much effort and lines of code it takes in the back end to be able to develop such a thing is truly impressive. Just in general, so this is for every blockchain builder, but especially for you and the team. So very well done. My sincere compliments.
Well, thank you.
All right. Yeah, so the Block Explorer will be live within the next couple of days. We're currently finalizing the layout of the Block Explorer. We almost finalized it, so Graham will put it up now, and then we'll share it with you guys ASAP, and you can see all the test transactions that are going to be happening, every testing, every transaction that's going to be put through, and then also you will notice it when obviously the new community validators will be online and selected, so you'll be able to track everything once the Block Explorer is live. So very exciting stuff. So Graham, feel free to show what we currently have developed.
Sure, absolutely. Well, I think I'm sharing my screen, but I'm not seeing it right now. So,
yeah, not seeing it either.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me try to pull it up here for us, because I can see it, but you guys can't see it.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
Here we go. Here we go. We got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing.
Okay, so right here is the soon-to-be EstateX testnet blockchain explorer. This is kind of an overview of it. We're working on some final GUI adjustments and modifications, but this will be live, I would say, within the next couple days. And then this will be a much easier way for the non-technical viewers to log in, and they're going to be able to go to the domain ESXScan, SCAN, ESXSCAN.com. The site will come up, and they will be able to see all of the blocks being produced, all the validator nodes, and all the transactions that are occurring. I will tell you that in the next few days, we're going to be having an onslaught of transactions going on the ESX testnet, basically for internal testing from third-party providers, from ourselves, and we're basically going to be saturating the network and trying to determine throughput and determine a few benchmarks here. So if you come back this weekend, early next week, you'll probably see a lot of transactions flying through here.
Amazing. All right. Great. Looks perfect. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, a short demo of the ESX blockchain testnet, which is finally live. Another milestone that we've crossed, and Also, just speaking about the roadmap from here is we'll be organizing. So Michael Gord, obviously a very close advisor, who's also basically on the team working with us in the US, expanding there. But Michael Gord from GDA Capital, done over $4 billion in OTC transaction, 500 million in digital asset raises, etc., etc. He's been very involved with Tron in the beginning stages in 2017, and he's been able to help basically increase their market cap from 10 million to 10 billion in the top 50 position that they have in the early stages in 2017. And also since then, he's having a lot of experience with developments of blockchains in general, but also obviously, blockchain projects, Web3 projects. But Michael Gord is going to play a very, very close role in the adoption of the chain. So this means in onboarding projects that he closely work with, but also in organizing hackathons. He has a lot of connections with top universities, also in the US. Think about universities as Harvard, etc. So we'll be doing a lot of hackathons for developers with rewards, also to build dApps that are going to be live on the EstateX blockchain once they're developed. So we can obviously increase the reach, but also the developers that are working on it, the efficiencies and the possibilities, the technical possibilities that are live on the blockchain. So we're currently all preparing this with our investors, GDA Capital, and with Michael Gord. So very exciting stuff that we'll be also going through universities, getting top talent of technical people to build dApps on it, etc., etc. So very exciting stuff from there. And then obviously within Q4, the mainnet will go live. We'll see the token standards, the geographical token standards will be developed after that, and going live together with the regulated tokenization and the ZK KYC, building this RWA blockchain that will eventually also, hopefully in 2026, will turn into this different L1 chains for different types of asset classes, with different types of geographical areas, with this layer 0 settlement system. So what you've seen here is the first step in basically a whole roadmap of providing this RWA chain, which basically solves the inefficiencies that other RWA chains have. And we know from our experience as an RWA project, launching security tokens, launching regulated projects, what the inefficiencies are with other chains. I saw a market report of a lot of US treasuries being tokenized now on Solana, which surprised me. But even these chains have their inefficiencies and not optimized and specialized. And I'm very happy that we've now set the first step in a huge milestone road and in our roadmap to cross this milestone off and move forward from here. So very proud of the team, very proud of Graham. Graham, thank you so much also for all the hard work you've put in. It's unbelievable. Also on behalf of the whole EstateX family, and yeah, very, very exciting steps. So
we're making good progress, Bart. We're forging ahead, and the blockchain team is working hard, let me tell you.
Yeah, no, they're working extremely hard. Graham, is there anything else that you want to share with the EstateX community on how to move forward and what are the next steps are going to be?
Sure, absolutely. That's a very good question. So, well, as I mentioned earlier in the call, right, the finality gadget, we require 2/3 of all validators to be online at any time for the finality gadget to maintain its operation to achieve finality. So we are going to be standing up more nodes, right? We're going to be expanding that into Asia, North America, and the Middle East. But what we would like, I know that some community members have expressed interest in becoming a validator. That's great. I know we've had an absolute ton of interest. We're going to be incorporating them into the EstateX testnet after starting on August 1st. Okay, so please give Bart and the team all your information. During that time, between now and then, we're going to be expanding our own validator network to more nodes. And then starting on August 1st, we will be choosing a select few to be integrated. And moving forward after August 1st, we will slowly incorporate a few more. But we would really appreciate it if you are going to be a validator node, if you would leave your node in operation and running. And I think that if we all do that and we work together as a team, I know the EstateX testnet and the EstateX mainnet, when it launches, will be a great success.
Amazing. Amazing. I love it. Thank you so much, Graham. What a pleasure to have you on and demonstrate this. And also for the not technical people that want to know all about the marketing plans around this testnet launch. So shortly and within the next 24 hours, our whole KOL network will post this major highlight. The influencers with their own call groups, with their own wheel groups, also the wheel groups that we've been utilizing for launch will all post this. We have currently the DEX tools trending, the DEX screener trending that's going to be live very soon. And we're doing a lot more marketing stuff. We're currently also trending on Twitter. So we'll make sure to completely utilize this. And we're very, very happy that we've finally crossed this milestone off. And man, the perspective, Graham, where we're going to be when this roadmap is rolled out, it's so super exciting. Like,
it's going to be amazing. There's so much stuff going on behind the scenes that people can't see. It's just mind blowing.
It's such a shame. It's such a shame, because it's also within business as always. You know what I mean? It's always like you can't spoil, you can't say the names that you're talking with. The celebrities that are involved. It's so hard to keep your mouth shut, but you need to, unfortunately. But yeah, no. So very exciting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Also, like I said in a voice note today in the community, I mean the vision and a future perspective, the short-term perspective, even within the next months, to be, rolling out the EstateX University, getting promoted by lots of A-list celebrities, doing the financial literacy, getting the mass adoption for the properties, selling the first properties out, getting press publications around that, onboarding these institutions and their white label. And selling the white label technology to these institutions, to be their tokenization partner, to help a lot of these traditional institutions branch out into what the technology that tokenization is and everything that it brings. The press publications around that, with their databases of millions of investors, the 20 to 35% of the company revenue from the white label technology, from the properties that are being sold are flowing back into ESX. And yeah, I mean the pushes that are upcoming, but also the future perspective of rolling out just this app that can be really transformative in people's lives, right? We're really giving the opportunity to the average individual, but also not only on the average individual level, but also being able to help massive institutions into what the Web3 world's going to be, and the technology that actually is going to transform all these financial markets. Is so super exciting to be in that position and to have these contacts going on that you guys will hear soon about. And I always say it makes me so. This is also what fuels me, and I'm sure this fuels you as well, Graham. It's the perspective of having this all-in-one app that could really challenge the traditional banking system as it is, right? Solving the illiquidity issue in traditionally illiquid markets with EstateX Pay, having everything in one app that from the moment you want to invest to being able to sell it immediately, to manage your finances, to get the financial education around that from industry experts such as Brock Pierce, co-founder of the most traded digital currency on earth, from Steve Greggs, the former CEO of Remax England and Wales, billions of property deals under his belt. And just being able to manage everything around your finances in one app, being able to invest, earn passive income, earn that potential capital appreciation of the assets, but being able to make that so liquid immediately, which basically solves in a way the inefficiencies that traditional banking system has, is so super exciting. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the roadmap rollout and what the next couple of months, next year, and the next couple of years are going to bring. So
absolutely. Yeah, well, we all have one vision and one purpose here at EstateX, and we're clicking off and we're making progress.
Exactly, and that's how it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, with those beautiful closing words, I'll end the live stream. I want to thank Graham for your beautiful demonstration. I want to thank you also for your time and all the effort that you've put in. And looking forward to the launch of the Block Explorer. Looking forward to getting all the validators on board, and onwards and upwards from here.
That's right. It's going to be exciting. Stay tuned, everyone.
All right. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much.
I'll see you, Bart. Bye.